Hello, and welcome to
Bell on Earth.
My name is Cassidy,
My name is Casey.
and together we are the Bell Sisters. Join us each week as we corrupt your soul,
And bring you to salvation.
discussing life, death, and everything in between.
Are you afraid of getting into heaven?
Ding
dong, mother cluckers.
It's the Bell Sisters.
Hello.
My name is Cassidy,
And I'm Casey.
and this is Bell on Earth. So for this episode, we wanted to be thankful. We want to be thankful because it's Danksgiving, the day where we celebrate murdering Native Americans.
And Jesus.
And Jesus, you're right.
We celebrate Jesus always.
Every holiday's about Jesus.
Every holiday.
I mean, honestly,
Even like National Dog Day is God backwards.
true. You're right. That was really poetic of you.
You're welcome. Which leads us right into the episode. Dogs who were our gods.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong in that though.
No.
That's
you're
how it
not
felt.
wrong. So we wanted to do this episode about our late pets, Raider Ray Bell, Amber Joy Bell, and Bootsy. What was her middle name?
I think it was Anna.
Was it Anna or was it like Cupcake?
I don't think it was Cupcake.
No, because remember there was one of them where we gave them middle name of Cupcake.
Did we?
Like when we were really little, when we first got. I think it was. Maybe it was Raider.
I don't remember that, but I could see it being Raider.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then I
Raider.
was like, oh, we'll just shorten the middle names of like everyone in the family.
I said that. Actually. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Credit in the caption.
All right. Okay.
Alright.
All right. Okay.
Macklemore.
Mhm.
You kind of look like Macklemore right now.
Oh my god, that's an insult.
No, it's not. We
It
stand
kind of is.
Macklemore. Well,
Okay, here's the thing. I've thought about this a lot lately because I've been listening to Macklemore. And
we always listen to Macklemore.
but I just feel like Macklemore would have been better if he like stuck to like downtown and didn't do like Same Love. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
White Privilege, like an album. Like if he didn't do that, like and he just stuck with being like a fun rapper.
Right.
Like, it
about
would
like
have been
silly
better.
topics.
Yeah, like saying like a great white shark on Shark Week. Like, I don't know, just stay with that.
Yeah,
He
stay in
would-
your lane, Macklemore.
Yeah, for real though, like I don't want Macklemore's opinions about politics. Like I don't care. And also like what is like a song where it's like I thought I was gay cuz I could paint and my uncles were. And I'm like what kind of song is that? And then people get married to it? Like that's gay.
Yeah.
If you're a gay person and you like genuinely like Same Love, then you're not a gay person.
Like, it reminds me of the people who go to Target for the rainbow stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think you're a real gay. Truthfully.
No, that's like the type of people who are gay for like attention.
That's like the straight gays. They're like the pumpkin spice of the queer world.
Yeah. They're the like McKenna Lees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hyphen and
Yeah. But
Yeah.
spelled like Leigh.
right. And there's like a couple more vowels in there.
Yeah, for like no reason.
Because why not? You can always use another vowel or two.
It's extra points.
Consonants, not so much.
No, because then you just have like a Slavic name.
Right.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like that's what happens when you add consonants. Anyway, we went to do the episode for the pets because our last, I guess, pet of like childhood had just passed away.
The
what,
last
like,
of the
2
trio.
weeks? Yeah. And it was really sad because they were really good animals and we wanted to do, like, a little thing to honor them a little bit.
In memoriam.
In
And also,
memoriam.
like, it's Thanksgiving. And if we're going to be thankful for anything,
It's
it might as well be them.
So, for those of you who don't know, we've always grown up with animals. We had 2 dogs when we were very, very little, but they were, like, our parents' dogs, and they passed when we were, like, 3 and 5. So, we don't
Carmen
remember
and
them.
Dakota.
Yeah, we don't remember them that much. Dakota passed when I was probably, like, 1 or 1.5, so I don't know if you were even born yet.
I
Or
think
maybe
I
you were,
was a
like, just
newborn.
born. Yeah,
I
something
feel
like that.
I remember hearing that.
And then Kame died when we were, like, 3 and 5. And so, although they were, like, good dogs
Was I
and stuff,
only 3? Because I remember Comet dying.
I remember being 5. Because we got
Oh.
Raider when we were 7. Or when I was 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have, like, no notion of how old I was during that, like, time frame.
That was, like traumatic.
Up until 8, I could not... I can tell you, like, certain things that happened, but I
Yeah.
could not pinpoint where on the timeline they did.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the only way I can, like, think about it, because we were young, the only way I can think about it is, like, in context clues of, like, oh, I know, like, we did this when I was 7, so it must have been when I was 7.
Right.
Or, like, I know I was in this grade when this happened, so I can, like, pinpoint like that.
Yeah, that's fair. With certain things I can, but
Yeah.
with others not so much.
Or then, like, sometimes I'll just ask, because I'll be like, I don't know when this happened.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah, Comet's passing was so weird and traumatic.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we came home and we walked in, he was, like, under the table, and his, like, tongue was out and his eyes were open, and then he had, like, pooped all over the living room. I do remember, like, understanding it, but being like, this is a lot.
Well, I knew that he was, like, dead.
Yeah.
I could grasp that, but I don't think my brain could, like, understand anything else that was going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, we were very little. And it was weird just, like, seeing him like that. Like, that was a lot. So then, after them, we got Raider. And Raider was probably the greatest dog that we've ever had. He was part German Shepherd, part Beagle, probably some other things in there. We got him from the North Shore Animal League.
Yeah, he was because we went to one of those, like, dog events at PetSmart.
Yeah.
Where the rescues would bring dogs that could be adopted, and, like, they just do, like, a whole showing type thing. And so we went there, and we saw Raider, and we really liked him. And then we left and got pizza.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then we came back and got him.
Yeah.
And adopted him.
Yeah, we, like, adopted him and then, like, went to Disney.
Oh, yeah. Did we?
Yeah, it was
my
literally,
God.
like, because we got him probably in, like, December or, like, something like that-ish. November-ish. And then, like, we went to Disney in February. And then he got, like, kennel cough or something. Because he went to, like, a boarding place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then he never went to another boarding place after that. Like, we never brought them to another boarding place.
Oh my God, we, like, traumatized him.
Yeah.
From the very beginning.
Well, to be fair, Raider was, like, crazy, though. Like, you can't really leave him at home.
Right.
At least, like, not
Raider,
the early days.
Yeah. Raider has eaten half of a door.
Yeah,
He has knocked basically every air conditioner out of the window.
He knocked every window out.
Every window out. He has torn through every screen door.
We only had the one screen door.
But I think he, like, tore through it multiple times. And
Yeah,
like,
no, he did.
tear through, like, window screens, too.
Yeah, he would go through window screens. We had one window that faced, like, a pretty high drop. So, like, that window we couldn't put the air conditioning in. And we, like, couldn't leave it open at all because he would tear through all of the windows.
Yeah.
Like, you could not leave a window open if we had to leave the house.
Yeah, because he definitely got a lot better.
No, yeah.
But in the beginning, he had such bad anxiety when we left.
Yeah. Yeah, he had really bad anxiety for a while.
Yeah.
I remember that. It's, like, you know, sad, but it's also, like, really funny.
He's just like us for real.
Yeah, he was like us. That's why it made sense that he was like part of the family.
Exactly.
He was a very silly, very smart dog.
He understood.
Yeah, no, he was like really, really smart. He like had a lot of capacity for like empathy and like decision making, and like he just like, I've never met another dog like him where he was very calculated in everything that he did. He like had like his little routines.
I loved how
any dog.
I was just about to say that. I loved how he could change his like temperament and style of play.
Yeah.
And level of like aggression, like depending on who he was playing with. He could play with like the largest dog or the tiniest dog. And like both of them would be happy and having fun.
Yeah, he like knew how to play with like all types of dogs.
Yeah.
But that's like something I noticed between like Raider and Marty. Like Marty has a very specific play style, and if the other dog can match it, then he'll play with them.
Yeah.
But like Raider like very much could play with like anyone. Like he again could change the style of his play to like accommodate the other dog.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Unlike Amber.
So, well, we can't get to Amber yet.
Oh, sorry,
You're
we're
going down the
not
timeline.
through. Okay.
So then after Raider, like literally like the next year, because we got Bootsy as like a Christmas gift. But yeah, so then around Christmas
Did we?
time, yes, Christmas time next year. So I had been begging for a cat. Like I think it was like we got Raider, and then at that point I was like, I want a cat. Like we need a cat. I want a cat. So then we like somehow found this lady who like had a bajillion cats.
And then was suddenly allergic to them?
Yeah, it was really weird and strange. But
I remember going to that house and we like played with the daughter. Like the daughter like had a bunch of cats in her room. We just played with the cats.
Yeah, she had like an agility course in her room.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then there was Bootsy, and we ended up, she was like hiding in the bookcase the whole time. Like all the other cats were doing the agility course, and she was just hiding. And then I don't remember how we picked her up, but we got Bootsy, and her name was Boots when we adopted her. Like that's what the lady named her, because she had like little white paws, and then we were like,
all of her paws were like white from like the wrist down.
Yeah. And so we were like, whatever, we're not going to change the name. She was already like a year old at that point. So yeah, it was cute. So we adopted her and brought her home. And I remember when we first introduced Raider and Boots, Bootsy like played with his tail and was like knocking it back and forth. And they were like already like instantly like very good together. Because Raider was still young. Like when we got Raider, he was like 6 months, I think. And so by the time we had Boots, he was only like a year old. So like he and Boots got along really well. Yeah, we had them too for a while. And then there were some like intermittent like guest stars on the show. But they were always like the loyal two.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, so like a little while after we got Bootsy, because we tried to keep her as an indoor cat for a little while, but that didn't work. She was like an indoor-outdoor cat for her entire life until she was like older and couldn't really go outside anymore.
Because we, again, like Kaz was saying, we tried to keep her inside, but then one day she just escaped. And then didn't come back for a couple days, and then came back and was fine, and we're just like, well, shit.
Yeah.
She'd always try to escape before that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it. And like, we didn't live in like, I guess probably like the safest area just because the roads were a little bit crowded sometimes.
Yeah.
But we did live like pretty out of the way. Like we were basically in the woods, and like
there was
so
a lot of area for her to roam that wasn't the road.
Yeah, there wasn't like a lot of places where she could have really gotten into trouble. And like I guess there were coyotes and stuff, but not really like on our property.
And I mean, she was a smart cat.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted to do.
Like, didn't get hurt. Or, like, I mean, she probably got scratched a little bit, but, like, here and there.
Well, she was definitely the leader of a gang.
Yeah, we, like, figured that out.
Yeah, we did. I would, like, hear them outside my window.
Yeah. Yeah, so there were, like, these cats that would come around our house, and they would have, like, One had no ear, and the other one had, like, no eye. And they would, like, hang out with Boots, and they'd, like, look around and, like, wait for her. And then she'd come out, and she'd be, like, sashaying over. And then they'd be like, "Hi," and she'd be like, "Hey."
It's me.
Yeah.
This sounds very, like, animated child show, or, like, movie.
Yeah.
Like, the one with no ear, the one with no eye, and then Boots just strutting in.
The rich one.
Yeah.
Basically.
Her, like, fur is so, like, gleaming white.
Yeah.
It's, like, moving with her as she walks.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
like, hey, boys.
And they'd play, like, I like 'em big. I like 'em too.
Oh my god, as her fucking belly fat, like, sways back and forth.
Yes. Bootsy got pretty chunky over the years.
See, it's funny, because she was a fat cat, but, like,
She was so active.
she was so active.
She would get skinnier in the summer.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know. I think some cats are just destined to be chonky.
Yeah.
I think that's just, like, how it is, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I accept that.
I feel that.
Chunky cats are allowed to exist.
True. And they're cute, so it's
They're
fine.
so cute.
Bootsy was very cute.
And, like, listen, we're not condoning cat obesity.
Yeah.
Like, make sure your pet is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're active and they're eating, like, a normal amount and drinking water and, like, they're healthy, what's the issue?
Yeah, like, it's not that serious.
No.
No, and, like, she was, like, very healthy. Like, she would get outside, do her own thing. She was, like, sleeping outside all the time. She would get her vitamin D.
Yeah, we had a little, it was like a mulch area
Yeah.
in the front of the house, and there was a gnome that she would lay next to
Yeah, she
and
did, like,
sunbathe
the
next to.
gnome. She would always, like, change her spots, though. Like,
This
she
is true.
would, like, she'd have, like, a specific spot, like, inside and outside.
Yeah.
And she would just lay there for, like, a while, for, like, a couple months, and then she would switch spots, and then she'd lay there for a couple months.
Yeah.
And then she'd switch spots again. So, like, she would rotate between, like, she had, like, a cat, tree sort of thing in the front. She would, like, lay there, and then sometimes she'd lay in my room, and then there was, like, a crawl space area where she would lay for a little while, and then she would, like, lay around the house and, like, find different spots, and it was very cute.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd also lay on the, like, top step for a little while outside. Or on the rock wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, little areas.
Yeah.
I find her in the grass sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had them for a while. Again, there was some intermittent guests, which I don't really even want to get into. And then...
They're not important.
No. I mean, one's important, but...
True. They're all important in their own ways.
Yeah.
But
R.I.P.
not to this episode.
Black and Samba, but...
Yeah, for real.
So then, basically, we got Amber. I was, like, 12. You were 10. And then we, like, met this lady online, I guess. I don't really know how they found her. But she was, like, this lady who would, like, go and do sort of, like, a pit bull and parolee type thing where she would, like, rescue dogs. But she didn't just do pit bulls. She, like, rescued dogs from, like, kill shelters and stuff and, like, had them at her house. And she had, like, just gotten a bunch of dogs from Kentucky. Mm-hmm. And so we went there and adopted Amber, and she was, like, very skittish, and I didn't think it was going to work out at first. Like, she was very skittish. She was very, like, put off by people. And then within, like, the first, like, 1 or 2 days, she, like, really warmed up to everyone and was, like, very happy, and, like, we were like, oh, like, yeah. She's right.
And
her name was Coco.
That's right. Your name was Coco, but we were like, I don't know about that.
She didn't even respond to it.
No.
Yeah.
She actually kind of did when we said Amber.
Yeah.
That's where we're like, well, that makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and she was like a chocolate lab mix of something or other. She definitely had
Terrier,
some sort of,
maybe.
like, terrier or, like, pointer, because she would always point her little leg.
She did do that, yeah.
Yeah. She really, like, acted like she was, like, stalking stuff, but then, like, didn't.
I know. Amber was
She
kind of
was-
a bitch.
Yeah, she was definitely the sassiest of the bunch.
She gave the hardest side eyes.
Oh my god, like, she literally would, like, hurt you with her side eye.
Yeah.
It
was sharp.
stung. Yeah. She was very judgmental. And she always, like, crossed her little legs and, like, sat like a little lady.
She did always cross her paws.
Yeah.
She loved to do that.
Yeah.
And she was very pretty. Like, she knew she was.
Oh, yeah. She was very much like, pet me.
Yeah.
Like, had a lot of, like, Lana Del Rey energy.
It did.
Yeah.
She was very pick-me.
She definitely was.
Whereas Boots was, like, kind of just badass. She didn't really give a fuck.
Boots was like,
She was
don't pick
so
me.
chill. Yeah.
She was much more like, I don't even know.
Billy Joe Armstrong. If he was a female cat.
Yeah, but like, that's so funny. But yeah, I could see that.
That's like what she had.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got them too, and then Amber, I was like 12. And so then we had the three of them for like a long time by themselves.
Yeah.
And then later on we ended up adopting our grandma's cats. And that's like the 5 of them. But for a long time it was the 3 of them, and they were like such a trio. Like they like all complemented each other so well. And like they were really just like such like friends, and it's so funny. And like Raider and Amber got along so well.
Yeah.
They were besties.
I know, because Raider would play with some of the neighbors' dogs a lot. But I think it was nicer for him to have like an actual sibling.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Amber like was not, as you had precluded to before, she wasn't like the best player, but again Raider like knew how to like work with her. Like she would go after like heels, like she would just like nip at dogs' heels.
Yeah, that was her thing, is that she would like bite heels, which is like a herding dog move.
Yeah, but she very much acted like the little sister, like where she would try to like play.
Yeah.
But Raider was like, this is my friend.
Their dynamic was just so funny.
I feel like Raider, if we're gonna talk about like celebrities, I feel like he'd be a mix of like maybe like Troye Sivan and Morrissey.
I could see that.
Because he had like that like old soul type of vibe, but then he was also just gay.
Raider was definitely a twink.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He had like such twink energy.
He was like he was for sure gay. Like there was no way he was straight.
Okay,
like,
we have
Amber
to talk
was
about
straight.
Yeah, 100% straight. Boots, I feel like, was kind of butch lesbian.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about Raider. Well, I guess Raider and Amber. I feel like Raider did more dramatic shit at the fair.
Oh my god.
So we brought them to this. Was it like a fair or a march?
It was like a walk for dogs or something.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things where they like raise money.
And there's a bunch of booths and like stuff to do. They got little sprayable tattoos.
They hated that though.
That was so bad.
Yeah. They had like these stencils, and they had like dog safe like spray cans.
Yeah.
Like paint spray, and like they sprayed fucking tattoos on the dogs, and like oh my god, they like kept running away, so it was all like there wasn't a pattern, it was just like a blotch of blue and like a blotch of green. Oh my god. This was when they were much older though. Like this was already so towards the end, Raider like started losing his back legs, and also like he was going blind, and then like Amber was also kind of starting to go blind at that point, so they were much older. They were probably like it was before we moved, so probably like 14 13ish.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he like they were not happy about the tattoos, and then like Raider peed on the cop table, and we were like, OMG. And then this other dog tried to like assault him.
Tried to. He did.
Yeah, like, oh my god, no, he literally, this dog, like, assaulted Raider, and then, like, Raider, like, literally had, like, an O face, like, literally, like a Pikachu face.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, and I, like, rushed over to save him. It was horrible.
I was so shook.
I know.
Because his dog tried to, like, hump him out of nowhere, and he was just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. And then when we were leaving, they, like, both, like, escaped from their collars, but they were old, so it's not like they went anywhere. They just, like, took their collars off as we were trying to get them to the car, and then we had to carry them to the fucking car because they would not move.
It was always something dramatic like that. Like, one time I took them to the beach, and the beach was, like, kind of bordering the road. And at first, everything was okay. They're just, like, kind of running around. And then Amber, at some point, started becoming afraid of the sand. And I was like, you've literally been walking on the sand this whole time, but now you're afraid of it? And she started, like, panicking and, like, running around. So I'd, like, grab her. And then I let Raider off leash after she chilled the fuck out. And Raider just started, like, walking into the water and then didn't stop.
That's my favorite Raider story.
Yeah, and so then I had to, like, go into the water and get him. Because I was like, where are you going? He's just like, what the fuck? He was not stopping. I thought he was gonna, like,
going out to sea.
Yeah. And then when we tried to, like, leave, we had to cross back over the road, and the cars to the left of us stopped, but the cars to the right of us, like, one person went, and then there was kind of a gap, but there was a truck coming still, and I was like, okay, like, we're not gonna go yet, like, I just don't want this. I have a feeling this truck is not gonna stop. And then the person I was with, like, started to go, and last minute pulled back, and the truck, like, blew past us.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what the fuck? So then he crossed the road, and as I was trying to cross the road too, Raider just stood in place, would not move, and his fucking collar slipped off, as usual. And so then he's, like, standing there in the middle of the road, and I'm, like, holding his fucking collar and leash. There's a line of cars. Like, a line of cars just, like, watching me. And so I had to, like, grab him by the tuft on his neck. Not aggressively, but I was like, Raider, like, let's fucking go. I was trying to put his collar on. And he was, like, barking at me, basically.
Oh my god.
And then I just, like, picked him up. Because, like, dude, we're in the middle of the road. Like, you have to go. You dumbass.
Yeah.
I love him, but he was so stubborn sometimes.
Yeah, he was very stubborn. That's so
Especially in his old age.
Yeah. No, as he got older, he was so much funnier.
Yeah.
He was always very funny. Like, Raider always had, like, a very unique personality. Like, he was just very, very smart. He would come into our rooms and, like, check on us every morning.
Yeah.
And he just, like, always knew when we were sad, and, like, even when he got older, he would come and, like, check in with us, which got annoying because at some point I moved downstairs, and, like, he would still come in and check, and then he couldn't get back up the stairs because his back legs were bad, but he would still come down the stairs, and it was very cute.
He would make his rounds.
But he, like, came in at, like, 7 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
and at that time I was working nights, so it was, like, I was staying up very late. And so he'd come in really early, and I'd be like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? And then he would bark at the bottom of the stairs for, like, ever until I, like, went over and, like, let him up.
He was relentless. And the worst part is that you'd hear him for a while, and if you didn't go, you'd hear him, like, try to go up the stairs and then slip and fall down them. And then he'd, like, come back in and, like, look at you. Like, look what you made me do.
He's like, I am an elder.
But you know he did it just to be dramatic.
Yeah, he was very dramatic. When he was younger, he was always very funny. But then, like, as he got older, he just, like, he was very smart. I remember, just to show his, like, intelligence, I remember one time we were on a hike, and not everyone was, like, keeping up at the same pace. Like, some people were going a little bit faster, and some people were going a little bit slower, and he just, like, made sure everyone was all together. and led the way and, like, would literally stay back until everyone, like, got together, and he would, like, literally hold us up, like, making sure that we all stayed together.
Yeah.
And then when we got back to camp, he, like, burrowed into the, like, sleeping bag and, like, went to sleep for a while.
Yeah.
It was so cute. But as he got older, he just got more dramatic, and he, like, knew how to, like, use his, like, smarts to, like, outsmart you. So, like, if you had, like, I just remember, like, we had, like, a friend over or whatever, and we were eating pizza on the couch, and he, like, literally was like, oh my god, I'm so blind, I'm so old, and he just, like, walked over to my friend, ate the whole pizza off the plate, and, like, walked away, like, oh my god, I don't know what I just did.
It's like, how did this pizza end up in my mouth? That's crazy.
Yeah, he would do shit like that all the time. And then we were like, Raider, what the fuck?
Or my favorite was like, okay, so we had like a sliding glass door, and I would open it to let him go outside, and next to the door, not in front of the door, but next to the door, there'd be like a pile of clothes or something on the floor for whatever reason, like it was being sorted through. And instead of just going out the door, he would like take 5 years to stumble, trip, like roly-poly, like around this fucking pile of clothes.
Yeah.
And then would like dramatically stand back up, stop, look at me, and then walk out the door. And I'm like, literally, what the fuck was the point of that?
Oh my god. Or do you remember?
Drama king.
He really was a drama queen. Drama king. No, he was a drama queen.
He was both.
But do you remember like when I think you were like cleaning your room or something like that, so your room was like messy or whatever, and like there was like stuff all over the floor, and you like cleared a path for him to like get out, and he just went through like an entire thing of like stuff, like cups and shit all over the floor.
Well, that was the thing, is that I cleared a path for him so he could get to the fucking bed. And he gets, like, close. Or, no, I think this is when he was leaving or something like that. But he, instead of going down the cleared path, he went to where the mess was, and he put his foot inside of a plastic cup that was there.
Yeah.
And then, like, stopped for a second, and again, like, looked at me. And then went to, like, walk away, but slipped because his foot was in the cup, and like fell over and was like dramatic and like stumbling, and then got back up and walked away.
That's so funny. I love them. They were so funny.
I know. They
were
really
very
kept life
dramatic.
interesting.
Yeah. No, they were very much like very quirky and like unique, and they all had like very distinct personalities, and like I don't know, like, there's just not, like, any pets I've met that were truly like them.
No.
And I think the funniest thing, the thing that I loved about Raider was that he was obsessed with Kyle. He really was. Like, I remember as he got older, he, like, kind of stopped. Like, he started slowing down, as you do, right? Like,
Yeah.
He got older, he would get slower, but, like, there was just, like, one time when he was, like, probably, like, 14 or 15, and he, like, saw Kyle outside and he ran. Like, Kyle from, like, Humble Superstar.
Time
yeah.
He ran.
Yeah. That was, like, one of the last times he ever ran. And he ran to go see Kyle. Again, Kyle from Humble Superstar.
Shout
friend of the
out.
pod. Yeah. He loved Kyle.
Didn't he, like, jump off the rock wall or something, too?
He, like, no. He didn't. Well, no, yeah, he did. Because, so we had a rock wall in front of our house, and, like, part of it was, like, shorter and, like, kind of, like, progressively got a little bit taller, and he jumped off the shorter part and, like, ran down to go see Kyle, and then was, like, huffing and puffing on the way back. Like, he was so out of breath. It was
As
so
if he
funny.
didn't just do that to himself.
Yeah. But, yeah, fortunately, they have all passed. Raider was, 18? He passed in 2020.
Yeah.
And then Amber was, like, 16, I think.
15 or 16.
Yeah.
Maybe she was 16.
Passed in 2022, right? And then Bootsy just passed away
A couple
in,
weeks ago.
yeah, October.
At 22.
Yeah, 22.
22, right?
Yeah. So they all lived very, very long lives.
That's the funny thing, is they all really did live for quite a while.
I honestly, did believe that Raider wasn't going to die for a little while.
Yeah.
So I was like, when is it going to... Because there were, times where we all were kind of, checking his breathing and being like, when's it going to happen? And it just, never happened.
No. Literally fucking 18 years old. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
For a dog? For a cat, that starts to get to be pushing it.
Yeah.
But, for a dog, it was impressive.
It was very impressive.
And, I mean, again, he, started to deteriorate. But he, wasn't unhappy.
No.
Or unhealthy. He had his issues because he was old, but he still had his spirit to him.
I think he was honestly happier being old because he, got away with a lot more stuff.
It's true.
And he, knew it. He literally knew it. But I think we're going to wrap up this episode. And I wanted to leave off with one last story. And that's that the last time that I saw Bootsy, which was in July of this year, we were, sitting on the couch, about to watch a movie or whatever. And we had, chips. And she, went straight into the bag and stole a chip. And, pulled it out. And, I've never seen her do that before. She ate it. She ate, the whole chip. It was so funny.
That's incredible.
It was amazing. I think I have a video of it.
Oh, I hope so.
We should post that.
Oh, we should post that.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It was amazing. But yeah, we just wanted to do a really fun reminiscing about the Petz because they were really important to us. They were our family, and I don't know, it feels weird that they're all gone now, but it's also
it's a new chapter.
Yeah, it's a new chapter, and I'm also glad that they're together again.
Yeah, and they're all at peace. It's very
melancholy.
Exactly.
Yeah. We hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to Bell on Earth, the podcast. We hope that your minds have been expanded and your pussies have been opened.
Be sure to rate and follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
This podcast is brought to you by Free Studio Productions. It's hosted and produced by Cassidy and Casey Bell. Big thanks to our executive producer, Derek Benton.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for all of your content needs. See you later, haters.